Hey guys, I hope that you're all doing well and you're having an awesome day. Before we begin anything though, can you guys do me a favor? Can you please like, subscribe, follow, send us a
Please.
comment, a question, anything like that? We really appreciate it. And it helps us out, guys. And you can follow us on Instagram, YouTube. You can follow our podcast. We have a new cover, guys. How cool is our new cover?
It's amazing. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
We like it a lot. You can find us. Our podcast is called Converse with Anyone, Anywhere. Now, guys, today we're talking about a really cool thing. It's how to network with CEOs or any like high profile individual, like the people that have like tons and tons of followers that you're like, no one really, like they don't really want another person asking them a question. Those people, how do you get them to have a conversation with you? And Aldous actually really knows a lot about this. I remember when we first started dating, it was so funny. Like, he would come over and be like, Elisa, I'm gonna, just a second, I need to send this message. I'm like, okay, who are you sending a message to? Because, like, he didn't name drop or anything. And he was like, I'm just sending a message to some famous person. I was like, what? Like, how do you have this person's number? Like, what? When did you meet them? He's like, I didn't meet them. And I'm like, what do you mean you didn't meet them? Like, how are you messaging them? And he's like, well, I'm just going to send them a message. And I was like, okay, how are you doing this? So I figured today he should probably share that with you. What do you think, Aldous?
Yeah, this is actually a very exciting topic that we both have a little different techniques on doing this, but when we put them together, both of our techniques together, it really has increased our chances of reaching like those famous people, like the bloggers, the YouTubers, the CEOs, like how to network with them. Because the first thing that, I mean, everyone already knows this, but we just always have to have this in mind is that it's very hard to a lot of times get in contact with these people.
Yes.
They're super busy. They're either running, their own lives. They're running a company. Like these CEOs, they're running their own YouTube channel, their own blog, and they have bigger things to think about than to answer like little questions or to get an autograph and stuff like that. So how can you, everyone's watching, how can you get in contact with these high-profile networkers, these high-profile people, right? So what Elise and I, what we've noticed is that
He's so humble. He's making it out like I have something to do with this.
No,
this was all him.
It's both of us. She's also giving me some great ideas, which is this. What we've done is that we have to offer them something.
Yes.
Right? Now, but it needs to be something that they need. So Aliza and I, specifically, for the last couple of months in the last year, we've been targeting CEOs, people who just started like their own companies, like their own startup companies, and they need money. So they're going maybe through a certain rounds to raise money. So Lisa and I, we've decided, okay, if we want to get involved with high profile people, get them on our phones, get better connections, increase our LinkedIn, our network, we need to get in contact with these people so we can offer money. And there are ways to invest in startup companies, as we've realized, in different types of industries. You can invest in their companies early on with as little as $100. There's ways to do it. If you're interested in that, please guys send us a direct message and we can answer you specifically how to do that, right? So we find these CEOs, we find the companies that we really like and we're interested, and they're showing that they have a lot of money. I mean, not a lot of money, but there's traction, which means they're selling, they're making money on a monthly or yearly basis, they're not so much in debt, and the people who started these companies have a track record before. So that's what we look for. And then what we're doing is we're reaching out to them, right? Either through social media, like here specifically using social media. Instagram. I love Instagram because you can just get the phone and send either a voice message or a video message.
Chances are, if you follow us, you've received some kind of message from us at some point.
Some type of message. And 90% of Aliza, people who send direct messages either on LinkedIn or Instagram or Snapchat and those platforms, they're sending text messages or they're sending a message that they send to everybody. But if you're going to send stuff to these people, you need to make it unique. You got to offer them what they need. Now, probably a lot of times these people, they don't need something from us. But that's when you got to do your research. You have to go on like, see what they're doing. Go online, see what they're doing in their lives, and see if one way or another you can find a way to give them value. And let's say you can offer them value, right? Other than doing that, other than just offering value, try to pitch them in a very unique way. So Aliza and I, we love doing this. We send video messages to everyone who we're trying to target, and not every single person answers us, but a lot of times when they do answer us, they're very intrigued because the way we've done it, either through a voice recording or through a video message, gets them going like, okay, who are these people? What are they up to? let me give them 10 minutes of my time. What do you think?
I think that's great. And actually, I want to piggyback off of one point and then ask you a further question.
Okay, go.
So, a lot of times when there's a high-profile CEO, they're used to people coming to them for things, right? Like they want them to invest with them, they want advice, they want something from them, they want to work for them, they want opportunities, right? And when you're in that high-profile position, you're used to people coming to you asking for things, right? Because you've achieved success, you don't need anything, right? But obviously they do need things because ambition isn't something that just stops, right?
Yeah.
People always want to be better than they are at.
Of course, yeah.
So one thing that I have found is very helpful with these people, because like a lot of times we're like, I don't know what I can even offer. So tell them that. Say like, listen, I love your company, I love what you do, and I want to help out. What can I do? That's something small that you can do that can get the conversation going. And they might just say like, well, get in contact with my recruitment team. You're like, no, like I don't want a job or anything. I just want to do something, right? So you can get started just by offering, you don't know what, but you want to do something, right? That can get the ball rolling. Now, you also shouldn't be like upset if they transfer you to someone else.
That's correct.
They still know, like you still establish that connection and you can build from there, right? Like even if you get passed down the chain a little bit, you can build up from there. So don't get intimidated by that. But my next question is actually about intimidation, Aurus.
Okay.
I think a lot of people don't send these messages, or they don't go like in like a networking setting to the high profile people because they're intimidated by these people and they're like, I feel like I'm just going to be annoying to this person if I send them a message, or I'm just going to be like another thing they have to deal with. What would you say to these people that have these concerns? Because I know that was one of my concerns for a long time.
So I always say two things. Number one, when you're trying to reach to someone who's very high profile or someone very important in whatever industry or whatever their forte is, I like to research and see their background. I like to see, as they call it, their humble beginnings. I want to see how they started, what year, and what helped them succeed. So I try to look at their bio, and I see, I'll try to find one point where I can relate to, and then immediately I'm like, okay, so this person started where I was, or similar to where I was. So it's not like it's not that these people are better than you, but they have put in the work.
Yes.
They have put in the time, so they have made sacrifices. So they're not better. Maybe they're more hardworking. Maybe they have more of a vision. But no one is better than you, no matter how much money or how much things they have. No one is better. So I would tell that person, see how they began. Try to find a similarity, right?
So like humanize them a little bit, like make them relatable. Correct.
Love that. And the second thing is also people that are very intimidated to reaching out to high profile people, either online or even in person at a networking event. Try to find anything to give value. Trust me, there's stuff that we can always give value. For example, you can go on their website, right? Most of the times, people's website are not up to par. I mean, maybe like Apple and Tesla, maybe their website, yes.
Like technology stuff.
Technology startups, a lot of the times, most of the times their things are really up to notch. But for the rest of the industries or the rest of the people, they're so busy doing other things. Maybe a lot of the technical stuff, a website, a podcast, so just certain things, they don't have time or people overlook it. So find those things. And what I would say is make a report, a couple page report, a nice written report saying what the problems are in their website, in their podcast, maybe in their ads, right? Find the issues and then write the solutions. This is what Eliza and I do. Sometimes we go through...
This is where we have to collaborate a lot.
Yes, this is where Eliza and we actually come together. And what we'll do is, like, if we want to give value, we'll go to their websites or their social media. We'll see the issues, and then we'll try to find solutions. A couple solutions for every problem.
For sure.
Eliza and I will write it out. We have someone else also that can help us do this. And then for free, we give them this PDF report.
Yes, you give value.
Free.
You don't ask for money right away, guys. You have to give a gift first.
Correct.
That's important.
Do you think that eventually you should ask for money or not, or does it depend?
I think it does depend. I think it depends on what capacity and how much investment you're putting into this relationship, right? Because the reason why most people network with these CEOs isn't for money, it's for opportunity, right? Because this person can get you into a lot of places. This person has a lot of knowledge for you. They would be an excellent mentor, things like that. You're not really going there because like you want their money, right? It seems obvious. What you want is the knowledge to get their type of money, right? So I wouldn't necessarily ask them for money unless all of a sudden they want to hire you. In that case, because you've given so much value, like, listen, I want to give you a job, then obviously you have to ask for money. But I wouldn't be approaching these type of people for money. If you're looking for an investment in something that's like within their field or something that they really believe in, that's a different story. But for the most part, if you're just looking for opportunity, I wouldn't ask for money.
Another way to get high profile people to your thing, any type of high profile person, or just most of them, right, is to, believe it or not, this is going to work, and it's been working for us. Have a podcast.
Yes.
Have a pod. Now, I know a lot of you are probably intimidated. It's actually not that hard to start a podcast.
Yeah.
There's a free app called Anchor. Free app. You can start your own podcast.
Great app, guys. And it's so easy to use. You just click a button and bam, you're going.
Yeah, you can just record yourself. But the point is, start a free podcast, maybe either related to that industry or about a subject where you can invite a lot of different people. And little by little, try to build it to at least a couple thousand followers or a couple thousand listens, where people are consistently like listening to your podcast, and then reach out to people and say, hey, I would love to interview you. It doesn't work for everyone. But a lot of people, a lot of the CEOs that we've invested in their companies, or people that we're trying to get in contact with, they're interested because of our podcast.
Right.
Because now they get to get exposure on a new market or new people that maybe they wouldn't have hit.
Exactly. Can I make a point about that?
Tell them.
One of the CEOs that we actually reached out to interview, they were like a little concerned because they were like, what can I even give to your podcast, right? So the same concerns that we have of like, what can I even give to you, they might have right back at you. So it's important that when you're creating this podcast and everything like that, like, don't get caught up in the head, like the mindset of like, well, what do I even have to say? What do I even have to give? Or things like that, right? Like, we can get very insecure about ourselves and get something called an imposter syndrome, which I really want to do a video about, which I'm doing a lot of research on, but that's a different time. So don't get caught up in that. You do have value. You do have something to give. And even people who are like high profile people who are like, they're so successful, everyone will want to hear what they have to say, they also get insecure about that. So don't let that stop you, because that's not necessarily going to go away permanently, you know?
100%. And I think the last tip that I'm going to give on how you can reach out, again, all these types of people in any industry, it's not only having a podcast, but on top of that, you need to show that you're doing stuff.
Yes, hustling.
You need to show that you're hustling. Now, I'm not saying every single second, every hour, no. But like, if you just have a job and you have a podcast, I mean, the podcast can help you, but you need to show online that you're doing more stuff. Maybe have your own online business. Maybe, improve your LinkedIn page. Show all the types of volunteering work that you're doing outside. Little businesses that you've started. Like, you need to show online that it's worth that person's time to meet you.
I think the word you're looking for is diversification. That you're not just doing your job. Like, you're not just an employee. That you have a bigger mindset than that. Correct. That you have a mindset of like, I don't want to just rely on one source of income. I want to have a couple of things going so that you can be stable, I guess. And
you can get their interest, because there's only really 3 ways you can get these people to come to you. Either you have a lot of money, and this person knows it, and they're like, okay, this person has a lot of money. They can give me money in the future, right? For my company or for a project.
Because money always talks.
Yes, it does. 2, you're super talented. And like, you've done videos online, and these people, they want to meet you for their projects or companies or their YouTube channel, whatever. Or number 3, maybe you're not super talented, or maybe you don't have a lot of money, but you have shown online diversification of interest. You're more stable, and you're hustling, and you're showing all of this.
Yeah, like you're up and coming type
You're up and coming. And they're like, hey, this person has a future. They have potential. They're doing something. They want a little bit of my time. Okay, I'll give it to them.
Can I make one point based off of that? Like, that idea, that's the mindset, that's actually touching on something that you said earlier, where you look for people who are startups, right? That they're up and coming, right? That they haven't gotten all the way there yet, but they have a really good idea, something that you relate to, something that you believe in, right? And it's going to become great. It means a lot when you take a leap of faith on people, right? Like, let's say someone has a big idea and you say like, I believe in you, I have faith in you, let me help you out. those are the people that they remember when they become successful, right? Because those are the people that believed in me when I wasn't really something. So one of the good tricks to get in contact with people who are like high CEOs and stuff like that is try to find the people who aren't so high up yet, but they're getting there. Like you can see that they have that hustling mentality, that they have everything laid out in front of them, that they're trying, that they're going to get there. Reach out to them early on. Take a leap of faith because all it costs is one message, right?
That's true, yeah.
And then you set up that relationship for the future, for what it's going to become, right?
I have a question for you. And where would you tell everyone who's watching, where could they find these up and coming, maybe not CEOs, but these up and coming people that have potential to be someone?
What's that website that you use with all those startups that you get to research and stuff like that? Like there's all of these like startup websites where they want people to invest in their companies, right? And they need those investments, right?
That's true.
So you can easily get in contact with them because A, they're also searching for money, but it also tells you their entire mission, everything about the company, things like that. So you can see that they're up and coming, but you can also like compare them to other companies out there and see like kind of judge who you think is going to make it and who you think is not. And then target that way. What's the name of the website that you like to use?
Well, there are a couple, but the ones that I love to use, there's two of them.
Here, let me write them down for people.
Yes, write them here.
I'm going to...
So the first one, she's going to erase it. So these are two websites, and these have been... And I'm also going to give other sources where you can find up-and-coming people. So the first one is republic.co.
Republic.co. Okay.
Republic.co, not com. And number 2 is wefunder.com. wefunder.com and republic.co. But these are for startup companies, so if you're interested in that, definitely go there.
And you guys can invest even $5 and it's setting you up for a better future.
Actually, no, the lowest is 100 actually.
Never mind, you can only invest $100.
The minimum.
Still, it's setting you up for your future.
It really is. Or let's say there's other types like of YouTubers or bloggers that you're trying to reach. Go to their conferences. Every year, like there's like a YouTube conference, a blogging conference. Now, it might cost some money. Hey, but listen, if it's worth $300, $400 to network and meet these famous people, then definitely do it. Or you can even go to there's a website, there's an app called Meetup.
Yeah.
Or Meetup.com.
I used to do those.
And go to those and find the people who are hustling the most. Now, those are a little bit harder because you have to talk to a bunch of people and see what they're doing.
Yeah, you get like a whole type of crowd there.
It's a whole type of crowd, so you might have to work a little bit. Hey, but listen, if your goal is just to increase your network, get connections, increase your exposure.
And practice, guys, practice.
And this is also another way to improve your communication skills, right? So these are some phenomenal sources that you can use to find up-and-coming people, high-profile people, network with them, maybe get jobs, learn from them, get exposure. There's so much out there. But you have to go out and like pick one. You got to start.
Be a little bit brave, guys. Gotta have to make that jump. You know, and it's just one conversation. If they're rude to you, you never have to talk to them again.
That's true. And I think this month or next month we're gonna have a couple of CEOs on our podcast.
Yes, we are, guys.
Yes, we're very excited. So stay tuned to those. And these are definitely some companies that are definitely gonna be successful in about 5 years. And we're very excited. We really hope so. They have a phenomenal future. And once again, guys, please follow us on this channel.
Yes, and send us questions, guys. Any questions that you have, we really, really love them and appreciate them.
Please, guys, follow us on YouTube and Instagram, Conversation Guru, and listen to our podcast, Converse with Anyone, Anywhere. It's on iTunes, Spotify, and Anchor, and every other podcast directory, guys.
Just Google us.
Any last words, Elisa?
Have a great day, guys.
Thank you, guys. Take care.